How's it going, YouTube? S&E Project, and today I'm going to introduce to you a series that I'm actually going to kind of teach and kind of get some advice from people. This series is on basic topographic map reading, so pretty much military map reading, or any kind of map that has topographic lines or grid lines. I already have everything drawn out for you guys, but before we get started, there's a few things that you'll need along the way through this series. So if you don't have it today, don't worry. Just try to get it in the next couple of videos if you actually want to learn some cool things about map reading. Alright, so starting out with some obvious things. Obviously, you're going to need a map. Excuse me, I dropped my compass. And I dropped my other compass, alright? So you're going to need a map. A basic topographic map that has grid lines and contour lines. Next is a protractor. I don't know if you can see that clearly, but you'll need a protractor to measure things and, of course, help you read the map. And a couple more basic things is a compass. Either or would do, doesn't matter which one you grab, as long as it's a compass. Hope I didn't just break this compass. Alright, there we go. So you can either get the GI version, which I'm more used to reading on this kind rather than this one, but if you already know how to read the this one right here, feel free. And this is a Sunto version, I believe that's how you pronounce it. And these aren't that expensive. I believe they're 20 to 30 bucks. I'm not sure. These I got from one of my friends, so I do not know the price, but it does not say the brand on it. But it's pretty cool, pretty good compass. I've been using this for a couple weeks, and it's really good. So you'll need a compass. Doesn't matter what kind. You do not need two compasses. I just have two different examples in case you want one, in case you don't have the other. And I will be teaching on both, so don't worry if you don't have the other kind. I'll be teaching on both, so don't worry. Another thing is paper. You don't need a full notebook, just maybe a piece of paper, or you could use a index card, which I've actually thought would be better to use rather than a regular piece of paper. One, because it's really thin, and if it gets wet, it's going to dissolve quicker than index card. So I'd recommend using index cards. Another thing is a marker, pen, or pencil. This is the dry erase marker that I had. My pencil was on the other side of the room, so this is just an example. I'd recommend a pencil so you can erase things. But if the only thing you have is a pen or a marker, you could use them. But in this video series, I'm going to be using a pencil, so bear with me. Alright, so this video is not going to be too long, so I'm just going to go ahead and explain the things that are on the board. Alright, so starting over here, as you can see, it's basic map reading and land navigation. Starting on the right-hand side of the board, here are the basic colors of a map. Starting from top to bottom. Red is major roads or highways, those kind of things. If you see red on the map, it's most likely a road. Blue is pretty self-explanatory. It's most likely water, or a place with water, whether that be lakes, ponds, streams, creeks, ocean, those kind of things, rivers. Green is also self-explanatory. It's vegetation or land, those kind of things. Brown is a little bit tricky, but you'll eventually understand it, and that is contour lines. Excuse me, shaking the camera here. But contour lines, as you can see on the board here, but if that's not clear enough, I don't know if you can see that, but those little brown lines right there, those are contour lines, and contour lines basically show you elevation. So if you see a really small circle, that means it's pretty high up. It's a hill. And black is man-made, and those are the 5 basic colors of a map. Black, man-made, is basically like, you know, buildings, those structures, those kind of things. So if you see black on a map, it's building. Red could also be used for other things on the map, but it's basic that they're just roads. So moving down below it right here, the 5 basic terrain features. And the reason I have this word right here, which is fist, is because if you use that, you'll get the basic terrain features down quicker than just reading it. So I have it drawn here, but I'm going to explain to you on fist. So take your hand, make it into a fist, okay? I'll do it with this hand. Alright, so down here, as you can see, it's a little circle, and it says depression. Now, to know it's a depression, if you look at your fist, this is a depression. Either side, it doesn't matter. But as you can see on here, there's lines on the inside. If you close your fist, you'll see some lines. That's how you know it's a depression. A depression is basically land that's kind of flattened inward on both sides, so it's kind of dropped in. Ridge is a series of hilltops. So if you look at your hand, this is a ridge. Your knuckles equal a ridge. Alright. Hill is basically self-explanatory as well. This is a hill. A valley is pretty easy as well. A valley is right here. If you just look right here, that's a valley, or between 2 hills, that's also a valley. A saddle is in between 2 hills, which is right here on your knuckle. Alright, so those are the 5 basic terrain features. Moving over here is 4 minor terrain features. I'll move the whiteboard over a little bit. Starting from the bottom, going up to the top. A draw is in between 2 hills, and you'll basically find water there. That's why I have water written here. So if going down, starting from the top and going down, that's a draw if there's water down there. Moving up, a spur. If you're starting from the top and going down, once you hit ground level, that's a spur. I have it circled here. So that's the final line before you hit flat ground. So that's a spur. A fill is, say you have a railroad track here, and there's a bridge going over it. If they say they need to fill that area in, they just need to close it down. You'll see the bridge marking, which is a bridge marking is basically this right here. You'll see this whether you're crossing water or crossing a railroad track. But a fill, if they need to fill in an area where a railroad track has been, all you'll see is just some lines. Just like a depression, you'll see some lines in there on the outside of the bridge. Not in this area. Over here on the outside, you'll see lines. And that just basically shows that there's a fill. Alright, now moving above that right here is a cut. Now a cut is basically a place where, say on top of a mountain or a hill, they need to dig into the hill to make a building or something. So that's basically, say here's the top of a hill, right? Here, I'll show you just like that. Here's the top of a hill. If they need to cut into the ground, this is what you'll see on the map. And then you just have the basic depression lines in there, and that's basically a cut. I have it drawn here as well. But this is a basic cut, just in case you guys don't understand this as well. But yeah, that's a cut. Alright, so that's going to conclude today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. These are the basic features and colors of a map. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to comment or personal message me. One more time, I'm going to go over everything real quick. Up here, there are 5 basic colors of a map. You have red, which is major roads, blue, which is water, green, which is vegetation, brown, which is contour lines, which is these lines here. It basically shows elevation, so that's a contour line. These are contour lines. Black is man-made, so like a building. Basic terrain features, fist. Basically just look at your fist. Here's a saddle, here's a hilltop, here's a ridge line, depression, and if you don't understand this here, which is a valley, you can do this, and that basically shows a valley. 4 minor terrain features, you have a draw, which is in between 2 hills, which is basically in a valley, but if there's water, it's a draw. A spur is once you get to the bottom of a elevated hill, and you hit ground level, that's a spur. A fill is basically an area that's been filled in, hence the word fill. And cut is basically a cut in a mountain or a hill to where they need to put something there or fix something. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. That was basic map reading and land navigation. Hope you guys enjoyed, and wait until the next video and you'll know some better stuff. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you have a great day, and take care. Bye-bye.